Hello everyone, welcome to the Warrior series of BFM. In Warrior series, as you know, we are covering the case studies plus MCQs. The case studies are related to your previous year questions. All the previous year questions, repeated questions are covered over here. MCQs are also same. They are covered by both as numericals also and theory also. So follow completely. Share it with your friends, like the video, subscribe to the channel. First, like the video and subscribe it. Click on that bell icon, very important. Today I will be covering some important numericals on crystallization. This numerical is almost every time it's asked in the exam. So, this numerical is of utmost importance. Watch it till the end. Numerical on crystallization of overdue export bill. Crystallization of overdue export bill. Crystallization means converting the foreign liability to INR liability. Let me clarify that point first. What is crystallization? In crystallization, what do? We convert the forex liability into INR liability. Why do we convert it? Because that bill is overdue. What does RBI say? Pay attention. RBI says that whenever you have a forex liability, forex loan, and it becomes NPA, you can call it NPA, it becomes overdue. So in that case, convert this forex to INR, rupee liability, and this process is called as crystallization. Okay, this process is called as crystallization. This is always done for the NPA loans. NPA forex loans, okay? NPA forex loans, that's known as converting the forex liability to INR, okay? Now, what is this numerical? See, an exporter had an export bill of USD 10,000 discounted by the bank. So, discounted by the bank means what? Bank had given the finance. This was financed. This was financed by the bank. Okay. So export bill of USD 10,000. Export means he had done some export few years back. Okay. A few months back, not years back. Few days back you can call it. It's given. Everything is given over here. Few days back he had done some export. And now this export was due for payment. It was due for payment. It was to be paid. But look at it. He had done an export. He had taken the finance from the bank. And now what? The due date for realization has passed. Now the payment was to be received, but it has not come. Okay, means the payment from the buyer has not come now. This should have been received by the bank, because what will bank do? Bank has given you the finance, customer, and now it has to get the money from the buyer in dollar on the due date, but it has not got it. And the bill is now overdue. So this is overdue now. Okay, the bill is overdue now. Now what is given? INR interest rate is given as 7.5%. INR interest rate is 7.5%. Penal interest rate is 9.5%. This is the rate of interest. For rupee loan is 7.5, and for this penal interest it is 9.5%. Now what are the details? Due date of that bill was 15th July. Okay, due date of the bill was 15th July. So on 15th July the buyer was to pay. 15th July the buyer was to pay. Okay, date of crystallization is 5th August. So on 15th July the buyer was to pay. It has not paid. Buyer has not paid. So bank has to convert it to the rupee liability. So bank has converted it on 5th of August. Original bill buying rate is USD 1 INR, 1 USD equals to INR 80 on 1st July. So original bill buying rate on 1st July. It means, what do you mean by this 1st July date? Original bill buying rate on 1st July means the bill was financed on 1st July. At that time bank had bought. So bank had financed on 1st July. TT selling rate on 5th August. See, 5th August is which date? Crystallization. 5th August is INR equal USD, 1 USD equals to INR 82. Okay. So the exporter will be liable to pay what amount? What is the amount the exporter should pay to the bank? Problem is not simple. Firstly, have you understood the crystallization? Type yes in the comment section. If you have understood the concept of crystallization, forex liability to INR liability. Now I'll go further. How to convert this? What is the rate to be taken? Whenever you are converting any forex liability to INR liability, the rate to be taken is number one, higher of, see this, higher of original bill buying rate. So original buying rate, B I'll write it, bill buying rate. Okay, or should I write it full? I'll write it full only here because it gets confused, these short forms. Bill buy and original bill buy on which date? 1st July, when it was purchased. So original bill buy or second is TT rate, TT selling date means on the crystallization date. TT selling on crystallization date, crystal date. So higher of these two, you have to take higher of these two. Okay, you have to take the higher of these two. Pay attention, very, very, very important terms. Okay, crystallization is always to be done when the liability, the payment is not made on the due date. At that time, the crystallization is to be done. There are rules for this. Okay, there are rules for this. RBI has given certain conditions. Those we'll discuss someday later. The crystallization rules for import bills are separate. Crystallization bills for export bill are separate. Crystallization rules for usance bill are separate. Crystallization rules for side bills are separate as per RBI. Those I'll discuss someday later in a single video because that requires a separate video. That is not, it can't be covered in any other videos. Okay, I'll do it separately, that session. Let's try tomorrow only. If tomorrow I can, means next any days. Okay, so next, so higher of original bill buying or TT selling, whichever is higher. Okay, now check this, which is higher, 80 and 82. So this is higher. So I'll be using the rate of 82 over here. Higher of original bill buying or TT selling. So I'll be using the rate of 82 over here. So now what is to be done but? What is the rate? What are the days? Rate is done. What about the days? See, the bill was purchased on 1st July. 01 July. The bill was purchased, means bank and financed. When was the due date? 15th, I think so. 15th July. Due date. Due. Okay. So this was finance. Finance was done on 1st July. 15th July was the due date, isn't it? 15th July. Where is it? Yeah, due date was 15th July. Crystallization is 5th of August, means payment is not received on 15th July. So here payment was to be received, but no, not received, payment not received. So now it is extending. And on 5th August, ultimately bank said that nothing doing, now convert this. So here crystallization is done, crystallization. So I have converted the entire liability to INR. I have converted the entire liability to INR. So now, what will I apply and what will the exporter pay me? See, what was the amount of the bill? 10,000. $10,000. Rate I have fixed now. Rate is 82. So I have to convert it at the rate of 82 now. Okay, forget all the rates now, 82. Now interest, up to due date, you should always charge the normal rate of interest. What is the INR rate of interest that you should charge? Okay, so what will you charge? Normal rate of interest, INR. What is the INR rate of interest? 7.5%. So you will be charging here 7.5%. 7.5%. And for this remaining part, you will be charging 9.5% penal, isn't it? For this part, you will be charging 9.5 penal. Got it? Clear? This should be very clear in your concept, in your mind. Where do you charge regular? Where do you charge penal? Now calculate the number of days. Calculate the number of days. 1st July to 15th July. Okay, 15th July end. Due date, full date. So what is the number of days? 15 to 1st. So it is 15 days. 15 days. And here 5th August to 15th means 15 July to 5th August. So it is 25 and 5. July is of which, how many days? January, February, March, April, May, June, July. 31 days. So 31 days. So this will be 21 days, not 20 days. 31 days, 21 days. Why? Because July is of 31 days. Okay. So 21 days over here and 15 days over here. So what should that customer pay me now? That customer should pay me, see this, the exporter. Exporter will pay what? Exporter pays, what does he pay? First, principal. Principal is main, right? Principal plus normal interest. Interest plus penal interest. Right? These three things the customer will pay me, and if there are any charges, extra penal, any charges which I am charging, charges. But here no charges are given. In this numerical, if you see, there is no charge mentioned. Otherwise, they mentioned it in the numerical. Kindly charge this, as this fee, that fee, any fee. So charges. But here there are no charges. So this will be 0. Okay. Now calculate these three. Principal. What is the principal amount? P equals to, what is the amount? $10,000 into rate we have fixed just now, 82. So 82,000 rupees. 82,000 the customer will be paying me. 82,000, this is my principal amount. The customer will be paying me 82,000 as a principal amount. Now regular interest. Interest equals to normal interest. NI, I'll write it. Normal interest. 82,000, see this principal what he has to pay. Because after all I have financed him 82,000 INR. 82,000 into 7.5% into now days. This 7.5% is for 1 year. Pay attention. This 7.5% is per annum. This is per annum, PA. But am I charging him for per annum? No, I am charging him for only 15 days. So into 15 upon 365. 15 upon 365. This is what you need to understand. Calculation of simple interest. So, what are you getting? Try it everyone on the calci. Don't try it orally. Try it on the calci. So, 82,000. I'll also try it. 82,000 because I also don't have the answer. 82,000 into 7.5%. So see this 7.5% means 7.5 divided by 100. Divided by 100. You can mark this percent, you can remove it and mark this 100 over here. Remove this percentage. Okay, remove this percentage over here. Okay, so 7.5 upon 100. Got it? So into 7.5 into 15. Immediately first do all the numerator. 82,000 into 7.5 into 15 divided by, now do this, divided by 365 and 2 zeros, right? So you are getting it 252 rupees, 252 rupees, 253 you can take it, 252.7 it is. So 253, okay? Now what about the penal? Penal interest is penal, PI. So that is equal to again the same amount, 82,000 into 9.5, right? 9.5 upon 100 into 21 days now, 21 upon 365. Try this. 82,000 into 9.5 upon 100, because 9.5 is the penal interest, into 21 upon 365. Do it, everyone. So 82,000 into, what is this, 9.5 into 21 divided by 365 and 00. So the answer is 448. Are you getting this? 448, everyone? 448 point something. So leave that point. What is the final answer then? What should the customer pay me as a bank? I am the bank. Customer is the exporter. So what should the customer pay me? So customer should pay you now. Customer pays or exporter pays. Okay? Pays what? Total of all these. 82,000 plus, what is this? 253 plus this last one. What are you getting? Some mistake. Okay, 82,000 plus 253 plus 448. What are you getting the answer? How much the customer should pay you? 82,701. 82,701. This much the customer will pay you on crystallization. This much the customer will pay you on crystallization. Okay? This is an important numerical for crystallization. This is an important numerical for crystallization. Crystallization is an important topic in exam. Every time it is asked, every exam of BFM, crystallization of exports will be asked to you. In this case study, if it comes, will be for 5 marks. Various elements will be asked over here. See, 1 mark for this, 1 mark for this, 1 for this. So 3 marks over here. Plus some, this charges will be given to you. Something they'll adjust it and make it 5 marks. But you have to understand the basic. What is the basic? The rate of interest to be applied is either, see, this part is very important, higher of original bill buying rate or TT selling rate on the crystallization date. Higher of bill buying rate when I purchase the rate, purchase the bill, and whenever I am selling the bill, higher of these two. See, we are in business. Banking is a business. I can do the loss over here, right? Because customer has made an error. Who was to pay on the due date? Was I to pay on the due date? No, customer was to pay. His buyer was to pay. So buyer has not paid. Means whose mistake is it? Buyer has made the mistake. And if the rate, see this, suppose I'll tell you one hypothetical case. If this rate over here was, let's say, 70 rupees, if this rate was 70 rupees, then what rate will the bank apply? Will bank apply 5th August rate, that is 70 rupees? No, it had purchased at 80 rupees. I had purchased something at 80 rupees and now the rate is 70 rupees. So will I sell at 70 rupees? No. What will I do? My purchase price, higher of these two. Whatever is my present rate and whatever was my original rate. After all, this is the same logic of normal business. You will always sell anything for higher than the rate which you had purchased, right? Or at least for the rate which you had purchased. Suppose if you buy a flat tomorrow and afterwards the rate of the flat goes down. So will you sell that flat at a lower rate? No. What do? You keep that flat. Let the original rate come and then no profit, no loss, you can sell it. So it's always higher of either the original bill buying rate or TT selling rate on the crystallization date, whichever is higher. This is the crux of the numerical. Most important part of the numerical is this. So these were the numericals which will be asked in the exam, and definitely they will be asked in the exam. Definitely. I have taken some of them. If you want more, kindly join the paid batches. The paid batches are right now available. See, very and huge discounts are available. Let me show you. Go to Adda 24/7. Always download the app first. If you download the app, you get 1% extra discount. 1%, who doesn't want 1%? Get it immediately. Ebooks, mock test, online live classes, everything is provided over here. Mock test are chapter wise also and full length also. Full length, like the exam. Ebooks are chapter wise. Online live classes, the classes are live also and recorded also. Join it immediately. Okay, and never forget the code. See, the code is Y432, very important one. This code will give you 79% discount, 79 plus 1 extra through the app, 80%. So what are you waiting for? And a class, see, this course, this validity 3 months starting from 14th November. You won't miss even a single lecture. So join immediately. Okay, but never